What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So, just want to do a video talking about this movie Till that came out this past weekend. Now, if you look at the numbers, the movie appears to have been a bomb, a complete and total bomb, making only $250,000 since this past weekend. 250,000. That's not much at all. I mean, that ain't shit, right? When you compare that, say, Halloween End, the Michael Myers flick, made $40 million. But there's something you have to look at, though. And it's this. The Michael Myers movie was released in over 3,000 different locations, whereas Till was released in only 16 locations throughout the United States. 16. So they had no intention upon putting a lot of stake in this movie. This is one of those movies that they did I agree with Town Business on this one, to just shut us up and say, hey, we finally did it, now leave us alone. But when you look at the fact this movie only was released in 16 locations, but made $250,000, is actually pretty damn good, because that means that in every location it did well. On average, it made $15,000 over the weekend per location. When you compare that to the movie made, the Halloween movie, it made $40 million, but it averaged about $10,000 per location. Now I don't know whether or not if you had put Till in, say, 3,000 more locations, it would have made $40 million, but I'm willing to bet it would have done a lot better. I'm willing to bet it would have made at least $20 million. I am willing to believe that. Of course, the movie Till is about the tragic, short life of Emmett Till. And his life came to an end, I believe it was in 1955, when he was just 14 years old. And his life, of course, ended tragically. And his mother chose to show the world what happened to her son when he passed away. And the pictures were seen throughout newspapers and media, print media at that time, and it sent shockwaves throughout the country as to what happened to that boy. Now, I don't know whether the movie shows that or not, but at the end of the day, that's part of the reality. If you don't show what happened to Emmett Till, you have to show it. You have to. If you don't show it, then you're taking away from the message of the movie. As hard as it is to see that. Life is hard. What happened to Emmett Till was brutal, but it has to be shown. Just like the realities of slavery. I know a lot of black people, a lot of us don't like to watch these types of movies because it bothers us. And, I know sometimes some people don't like to watch slavery movies because, hey, they might be in a mixed relationship and they think it's going to offend their partner. But they have to see the reality of what slavery was. And sometimes I think people lose context of what slavery was. I think people lose context of what Jim Crow truly was. People lose context of these things. So it's very important for us to see the realities of what these real life situations were about. So I'm going to watch Till. Probably won't be what I think it should be. I think there was an independent movie that came out a couple of years ago called The Murder of Emmett Till. and that movie I think was made by an independent uh, movie production. More than likely, when you have a movie made by independent or made independently from a major movie distributor, production company, usually those movies you can risk more, and you're able to get your ideas out there more, as far as lack of censorship, or at least a lower interference of censorship into what the final product is. So I might be more willing to see that movie rather than Till. But anyway, tell me what you guys think.